You know, I've talked to a lot of amazing folks in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s over the years, and there's one thing I keep hearing. What they say to me is, retirement is good, but somehow money just seems to disappear. They are correct. It's not the large purchases that break the bank. The little, silent habits are what go unnoticed. These little leaks steadily rob you of your security. I'd like to discuss 9 typical ways that retirees lose money without recognizing it today, along with solution. These are commonplace, seemingly innocuous items that cost a few dollars here and there. Over the course of weeks, months, and years, however, they can cost you thousands of dollars. Fortunately, you may begin to feel richer without making a single extra cash by making a few minor adjustments. Because true riches comes from living a sensible life, not from earning a lot of money. 1. When love becomes expensive, over assistance to family. You are not the only one who has stated, "It's just this one time they need help," and then found yourself repeating it repeatedly. In times of need, many devoted parents and grandparents are compelled to assist their children and grandkids. It could be a few months' worth of rent, tuition, assistance with a car purchase, or money for medical expenses. Naturally, after spending your entire life creating something solid, you want to share it with the people you care about. The majority of people are unaware of this, though. Without explicit boundaries, giving too much might subtly undermine the basis of your personal security. Consider your savings for retirement as a well. It is always satisfying to bring out a bucket of water for someone else. However, if that well isn't being replenished, it will ultimately run out of water. People who thought they could easily restore their savings or withdraw from their 401k have come to me. However, money is no longer as easily replaced by time at this point in life. Even worse is the fact that many parents eventually get resentful of the circumstance, even if they never express it out loud. This is the difficult-to-acknowledge reality. An empty cup cannot be used to pour. Although helping family is a lovely act of love, love also entails wisdom and self-control. Before accepting, consider whether you can really afford it without jeopardizing your long-term comfort. If the response is negative, there are still methods to be of assistance. Provide emotional support, advice, your network, and your experience. A check may not be worth as much as those items. You are not being selfish when you establish boundaries. You're safeguarding your future and teaching responsibility. Keep in mind that having financial freedom is a gift for the whole family, not just for you. Because when you maintain your stability, you continue to be the reliable hand people can rely on rather than the one that will eventually need to be rescued. Know that saying no is sometimes one of the most compassionate things you can do. Love passionately and give with wisdom. The second is eating out excessively. Now you have more time. Even though there are no long commutes or early rushes, your kitchen feels more peaceful than ever. Many retirees start eating out on a regular basis. It's simple, quick, and, to be honest, enjoyable. We persuade yourself, "I earned this." You have too. Here's the catch, though. Most individuals don't realize how quickly those little indulgences build up. A home-cooked supper is typically 2 to 3 times less expensive than one from a restaurant. Eating out 4 or 5 times a week may rapidly add up to hundreds of dollars per month or thousands of dollars annually. Furthermore, money isn't the only factor. The simple pleasure of cooking at home, the aroma of something boiling on the stove, and the bond that arises from cooking for oneself or a loved one are all lost when we rely too heavily on takeaway or dining out. Saving money isn't the only benefit of cooking at home. It's about taking care of oneself. It's a considerate act. Furthermore, it doesn't need to be difficult. 5-course meals are not necessary. Simple meals can still be filling and nutritious. Try establishing a modest objective. Make 3 dinners a week, perhaps, and then expand from there. Engage your spouse, friends, or grandchildren. Make it an adventure. Play some music, have a good laugh, and bring some fun back. The speed at which your grocery spending decreases and your sense of control increases will astound you. It'll also make your food healthier without you having to try. Most of the time, we're feeding convenience rather than our bodies. So the next time you're going to place an order, take a moment to ask yourself, is this about hunger or habit? Reviving the cooking habit has benefits beyond money. It's spiritual in nature. It makes your days more peaceful and restores warmth to the house. That's what it feels like to be genuinely wealthy, putting off minor repairs. The silent murderer of wallets. There's a small leak beneath the wash basin. A window that is not properly closed. You've been bothered by a flickering light for months. You think these little things are harmless? We tell ourselves it's okay. Later, I'll fix it. Later, however, is nearly always more expensive. Much more at times. Hundreds of gallons of water can be wasted annually by a leaky tap. If left unchecked, a minor roof leak could become 1,000 repairs. By next summer, an air conditioner that is making an odd noise now might completely stop functioning. In actuality, minor issues rarely remain minor. They silently and imperceptibly grow until they suddenly demand your time and money. Many people put off housework because of habit rather than laziness. We've all been too busy, exhausted, or waiting to save a few bucks. However, this is among the priciest ways to save money. Emergency repairs are always more expensive than preventive maintenance. You can save hundreds of dollars by adopting this easy habit. Maintain a list of home inspections. Take a monthly stroll through your entire home. Keep an ear out for odd noises. Examine for wear, cracks, or leaks. Take care of the minor issues first, even if it seems insignificant. Additionally, before it gets urgent, employ someone if you are incapable of doing it yourself. Consider it an investment protection strategy, as that is precisely what it is. You have spent decades in your home. It is worthy of attention. Additionally, maintaining it entails maintaining your mental health, because nothing deprives happiness as quickly than unforeseen repair charge. Therefore, don't wait for minor issues to grow into major ones. You can save hundreds or even thousands of dollars tomorrow by taking a few minutes today. And that is the kind of unspoken wisdom that maintains the strength of your house and your finances. Fourth, unused subscriptions. Most of us can't even recall how many subscriptions we now have. Let's face it, digital newspapers, music streaming, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, Audible, and that fitness app you downloaded 2 years ago, but never used again. Until you check your credit card bill and see how much those little sums build up to, they all appear to be little. $10 here, $12 there. For retirees today, this is among the most prevalent silent money drains. Companies make it easy to sign up but difficult to cancel since we live in a world of automatic renewals, where they rely on us forgetting. You simply cease noticing the costs after a while. The majority of Americans squander $25 to $50 per month on subscriptions they never use. That amounts to $600 annually. Enough for a few good dinners out, a new interest, or a little getaway. This is a straightforward fact. Even if you don't see it, every dollar that leaves your account does so. And awareness is your best ally when you're living on a fixed income. Take a calm day once every few months. Get your bank statement and go over it line by line. Do I actually use this, you ask? Does this improve my quality of life? If the response is no, you can cancel it guilt-free. You're not denying yourself anything. You're taking back command. Knowing where your money is going gives you a great sense of comfort. When all costs have a purpose, because you can still grow and enjoy life when you retire. It simply implies that you begin to spend intentionally rather than out of habit. Fifth, purchasing unnecessary items when they're on sale. Everybody has been there. You see a large red sign that reads sale when you enter a store or browse online. Your heart flutters a little. 50% off. 70% off. Doesn't it seem like you're winning? The idea that you're saving money is what gives you that tiny thrill. Here's the unsettling reality, though. You're spending money if you didn't need it before the sale. Shops are aware of this. They rely on the excitement of a bargain to distract us from our true needs. This explains why there are so many buy one, get one free and limited time offers. It's psychology, not generosity, particularly for senior citizens, particularly those who grew life when excellent bargains were actually hard to come by. It's simple to fall into this trap. Here's what I've discovered, though. Purchasing something at a lower cost isn't the best way to save money. You keep your money in your pocket and walk away. That's true power. Here is a basic exercise. Before you purchase something that is on sale, take a moment to consider if you would purchase it at full price. If the response is no, proudly replace it. You just made a 100% save. Additionally, when you do spend, make sure it's on experiences, comfort, health, and connections that truly add value. Because our possessions don't bring us satisfaction at this point in our lives. It originates from the things we value. Peace of mind is the best deal you'll ever discover. Not a half-off tag, huh? 6. Senior discounts. The money you've already earned are forgotten. Many senior Americans just don't know about this simple technique to save money. Senior savings. There are innumerable establishments that provide discounted rates for individuals over 60, including restaurants, pharmacies, movie theaters, and airlines. Here's the amusing part, though. The majority of individuals never inquire. Why? Some people are bashful. Some people believe it's not worth the effort because it's only a few dollars. Others just forget. However, those few dollars quickly mount up. By the end of the year, saving $5 or $10 a week may quickly add up to hundreds or even thousands of dollars. You've earned it. Let's face it. Senior discounts are a sign of respect, not charity. Simply ask nicely the next time you're out to dinner or purchasing tickets, since they're a tiny way of expressing thank you for your years of work, service, and contribution. Is there a senior discount available? No, is the worst they can say. However, the majority of the time, they will grin and say yes. The number of locations that provide them may surprise you. Supermarkets, rental car agencies, lodging facilities, museums, and even your neighborhood utility business. Asking or checking online for a few minutes can have a significant impact. Saving money isn't the only benefit of getting senior discounts. It is a reminder that experience and wisdom are still valuable in this world. Every little victory matters, and every dollar you save increases your flexibility to live your life as you see fit. Because being wise is more important than being inexpensive when it comes to smart saving. 7. Purchasing supplements based on advertisements, hope in a bottle, or simply costly delusion. Have you ever switched on the television late at night and watched one of those ads that said you will look and feel 20 years younger, have more energy, have healthier joints, and have a clearer memory? You understand exactly what I mean. The advertisements are reassuring, convincing, and optimistic. They are intended to convince you that youth can be reclaimed with just one more bottle, and that health can be found in a pill. Furthermore, isn't it alluring? You want to maintain your mental clarity, be healthy, and fully enjoy life. You place your order. Perhaps one bottle at first, followed by others. Perhaps you sign up for monthly delivery as it's less expensive. Before you realize it, you've spent hundreds or even thousands of dollars annually on potentially useless things. This is the harsh reality. A large number of these supplements lack actual medical evidence to support them. Some are ineffective, but harmless. Some even have the potential to negatively interact with prescription drugs. Millions of older Americans continue to purchase them, though, not because they are stupid, but rather because they have hope. Hope is not inherently flawed. Although hope is strong, it can be costly if it is unsupported by evidence. It's acceptable if you take supplements. However, always consult your physician first. Find out if it's really helping you. Actors or strangers' pleasant faces on a screen are not reliable sources of information. Don't believe the marketing. Believe your doctor. You can't buy true health in a bottle. It results from little decisions made every day. Maintaining a healthy diet, exercising, controlling stress, obtaining enough rest, and maintaining social relationships. Those products are free and effective, but they don't have fancy names. Ask yourself, is this my mind hoping, or is this science speaking? The next time you see an advertisement that makes you think, maybe this is what I need. The distinction can spare you disappointment as well as hundreds of dollars. Keep in mind that habits, not hype, are the best investment you can make. ATY. Squandering energy at home. The bill that never sleeps, the phantom one. It stealthily takes money out of your pocket every day, even if you can't see it. It's the little lamp in the hallway that never goes off. When no one is looking, the TV is humming in the background. Even when the phone is long gone, the charger remains plugged in. These seemingly insignificant activities add up to a constant drip of lost money and energy that most people aren't even aware of. Many older Americans developed these habits decades ago, when power was inexpensive and we didn't give the light switch or thermostat much thought. Because it didn't seem to matter, we left things on for comfort, convenience, or just because we were busy. However, energy prices have increased recently, and your monthly budget is being steadily eroded by those outdated practices. Even an additional $20 or $30 a month quickly adds up when you're on a fixed income. Let's consider the bigger picture. Your cost can increase by over $70 annually if you leave a single light bulb on all day, every day. It can cost hundreds of dollars to run the heater or air conditioner continuously rather than regulating it for when you're at home. Additionally, appliances continue to draw what is known as phantom energy even when they are shut off. This implies that just by being plugged in, your phone charger, TV, coffee maker, and microwave are utilizing electricity. Here's the good news, though. This is a fixable expense, unlike so many others that are beyond our control. Furthermore, the answer just calls only a small amount of mindfulness and no significant sacrifices. Start by taking note of the things that are always on while you walk around your house. Could you disconnect it? Could you turn it off? You can cut your lighting expenses by up to 80% by taking simple actions like switching to LED bulbs from conventional ones. Your heating or cooling can be automatically lowered while you're asleep or away by installing a programmable thermostat. Even something as simple as opening shades in the winter and closing them in the summer can have a significant impact. Saving money is not the only goal. It's about living with purpose. You are choosing awareness over waste each time you turn off a light or change the thermostat. I value what I have. That simple act creates a sense of control, and tranquility comes from control. There's more going on here as well. You're contributing to the planet your children and grandchildren will inherit when you consume less energy. You're leaving behind environmental wisdom in addition to financial wisdom. Little, considerate acts create a cleaner, quieter environment. Take a leisurely stroll around your house tonight before you turn in for the night. Turn off anything that isn't necessary. Plug anything that isn't being used. Even though it may seem like a little thing, those little decisions add up to large things over time. Reduced expenses, increased comfort, and the silent satisfaction that comes from continuing to learn, adjust, and live sensibly. Because being wise doesn't mean being all-knowing. It's about noticing even the smallest details and understanding that they are more significant than we may initially believe. 9. Keeping a premium or supplementary car when comfort becomes expensive. Let's discuss automobiles. Those exquisite machines that have supported us during many years of employment, vacations, and memories. An automobile is more than just a means of mobility for many of us. It's liberty. It is its identity. It is evidence of the work we have done throughout the years. The pride of ownership, the lengthy drives, and the early mornings. Perhaps you have a luxury car that used to make your heart skip a beat, or you have that second car in the garage. It's cozy, recognizable, and even emotional. You think, I've earned this. After seeing it, and you're entirely correct. You deserved it. However, in this stage of life, it's important to consider if you are serving it or it is still serving you. Because this is the reality. A lot of retirees find out too late. Automobile is never truly free, even after it has been paid off. Insurance, registration, petrol, tires, oil changes, inspections, and maintenance are all included. Furthermore, just because you have stopped driving a car doesn't mean that its value has ceased decreasing. Depreciation continues to gradually reduce its value in the background. The total cost of that luxury or second car may easily be between $2,000 and $3,000 annually, for a vehicle that you might drive just seldom or never. It has nothing to do with deprivation or guilt. It has to do with alignment. Aligning your current life with your current priorities. Keep that second car if it gives you happiness and freedom. It might be time to let it go, though, if it's just taking up room. Trading down or selling isn't a step back. It is a step in the direction of simplicity. You make money available. You lessen tension. Additionally, you lighten your life. Just think of the things you could do with that extra money every year. For peace of mind, go on a trip, enroll in a course, see relatives, or just strengthen your financial buffer. Let's also discuss the emotional aspect, because it frequently feels like giving up a piece of history when you sell your car. Perhaps you traveled by car. It might have taken your children to school. Or perhaps it symbolized your achievement following years of arduous labor. Though not in the engine, leather seats or metal, those memories are genuine. You are home to them. The moments cannot be sold, but the car can. Those never go away. Simplifying, possessing less, but enjoying more, has a subtle power. All of your needs can be met by a single, dependable, reasonably priced vehicle, saving you money by eliminating the need to maintain an outdated vehicle. So, pause and reflect. How frequent do you actually drive that luxury or second car? If you didn't have it, how would things change? You would probably lose a bill rather than your freedom. You would have more space to breathe and perhaps even feel relieved. Because chrome wheels and leather seats aren't the true luxury at this point in life. It's mental tranquility. It's realizing that your time, money, and energy are working for you rather than against you when you wake up. You have earned your comfort over the course of your life. It's time to stop sitting in your driveway and start using that comfort to your advantage. Life has never been about chasing more. You realize when you reflect on it. It's about learning to hold on to what really counts. They do more than just steal money, as evidenced by all those little leaks, additional expenses, habits, and undetected spending. Peace is taken by them. Here's the lovely reality, though. You can prevent them if you are aware of them. One silent choice at a time, you can regain control. To feel wealthy, you don't need a higher salary. Just a better understanding of what is worthy of your attention and what is not. Bank accounts don't hold true wealth. In the serenity of knowing you've had enough, it lies in having the freedom to give, to relax, and to live a simple, complete life. So perhaps this evening, pour yourself a cup of tea, take a seat, and ask yourself, where does my money go? Does it still fit my current lifestyle? You might be surprised by the answers. They might even set you free. Remain courteous and wise. Additionally, keep in mind that every stage of life offers fresh lessons. The smartest of us, we never stop learning.